All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of RF Sports Radio. Been a long time,
Yeah,
but
wow.
what better time to do it than right now?
Yeah, in lovely LA,
Yep,
the weather's great,
weather's perfect.
weather's perfect. I love LA.
Yeah,
We made this song, I gotta agree with it. Love coming out of here. And you know why we're out here.
yeah, yeah. It's a big game. Series aside, 2-2 with the Mavs and the Clippers. I guess it's a good place to start, man.
Yeah, yeah.
You
And
know,
we'll start with that. Yeah.
I came out here for game two. Came out here for game two, man, and it was a great game by the Mavs. Of course, they won that game. Went home to won game three, lost game four. The one thing, I guess the biggest shock to me coming out here for game two was there was nobody there. Like, it was literally empty seats in the arena. This is not a Clippers town by
Absolutely
no way
not.
at all. They were selling Lakers merch outside.
Probably more Laker fans there than
Yeah,
Clipper
yeah, yeah,
fans.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, but anyway, let's talk about the series, man. Now the series is tied 2-2. No Kawhi Leonard last game, and they were able to pull out the win. Harden had a throwback night. Paul George had a good night. So what can we expect for this game five? What you think?
Well, the Mavericks started out slow in all the games.
Yeah,
They had to really get a good start. It's hard to play catch up when you're 20, 25 points behind. There's a lot of ground to make up. Of course, they did do it in the last two games, but the last game, I'm kind of upset about that
yeah,
because they were right there. They made a comeback. 3 minutes left in the game. Jason Kidd decided to take Gabbard out and Lively out
yeah.
and put in
Put
Maxi
your boy in
Cleaver, which cannot defend me 101. And Hard is to the rim, you know. And all this last 8, 10 points were at the rim because we didn't have a rim protector. So I put that on Jason Kidd. They fought back from a big deficit. They came back. They made the game interesting. I expect them to start out a little bit faster
there.
tonight.
Yeah,
And you got to keep on shooting threes.
yeah. I mean, Harden had to me, a throwback
Oh,
performance,
he
man.
the old James
Yeah,
Harden.
really, he's had a good series, to be honest with you. But Paul George came to play for sure. Game four. I'm like you. I think they had a too big of a hole to get out of. And when they got out the hole, kind of ran out of gas. And that move of taking Gafford out or Lively out and putting in Cleveland was a mistake by far. Letting him get all his points in the paint like that. But in this game, in Game Five, the question to me is, can Harden keep doing what he's doing, and can Paul George, quote unquote, play our P? Can he do that again? That I don't know.
I, I,
That I don't know.
no,
Honestly,
we
I
get
don't
to
know.
Philadelphia Harden.
Yeah, for
That's the
real,
one that
for
played in
real.
the final Philadelphia. But we got to defend better on 3 point line. They had like 18 threes,
Yeah,
that game. There's too many threes to give up. And I know they want to collapse on James Harden, but you gotta watch that guy on the 3 point line.
yeah,
He's standing there knocking down shots. They got to defend better on that. And no Kawhi Leonard tonight, which may be a blessing for the Clippers.
yeah. They play a lot faster when he's down the game, and they know they have to do it themselves. So that's why you get better from Harden, get better game from Paul George, because there is no Kawhi.
Kawhi kind of slowed the game down too. And this series, Clippers have played really fast. I'm surprised. That's a way to beat the Mavs is play fast
Yeah,
because the Mavs are really not a fast team.
yeah,
On offense, we do slow the ball down, look at control the game. But I like to see him just get his guys in early. Especially wing guys they have. Later games when he start passing them the ball, getting them involved. By that time, they exerted so much energy, and they start double teaming that he has to give it the ball. So
yeah.
I expect the Mavericks to play a whole different game.
Yeah, I'm excited about tonight, man. I want to see a good game. And we got another game tonight too. We got Boston and Miami. Boston gonna have to do it probably for quite some time without Porzingis, and Miami's been able to do it without Jimmy Butler, getting the win. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens
And
tonight.
is Jimmy Butler coming back anytime soon?
And I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't seen a scouting injury report. I don't know if he's playing tonight, but I figure he's gonna come back at some point.
But I think if they go one more game and give him a chance to play, rest one more game. They give him 2 days rest to be able to come back.
Yeah,
But it's been a different ball game.
yeah, it would
So
have.
because you never got behind me. They put you in a dog fight. They will put you in a dog fight. But Boston is loaded. Without Porzingis, it's going to be a little bit easier, but at a battle, because he can control that. He's been winning on Porzingis lately, the last couple of games. That should be an interesting series. But I want to go back to last night,
Okay.
the Knicks game.
Wow, yeah.
What a game!
What a game.
Philadelphia, I'm surprised,
Yeah.
because the Knicks, everybody thought the Knicks would just sweep them. But that Maxey, man,
Oh, he had a game.
he had a game for the ages.
He had a
And
game.
New York started celebrating a little bit too early.
Yeah, but those are growing pains for a team. To go through a heartbreak like that,
Right.
it's gonna make them better in the long run. But they definitely took their foot off the gas and made too many mental mistakes. Not fouling, then fouling them on the 4-point play. Not fouling them when
Jalen
it came
Brunson
down.
threw the ball
Threw the
away.
ball away. Yeah, that's growing pains.
That's not
Growing
like
pains.
it for him. I think he was going to shoot the ball, but he jumped in the air.
Yeah, but at the same time in the overtime, to me, he shot too much.
Yeah,
You know
he
what I'm saying?
passed
He
the
kept
ball
shooting,
at all.
shooting, shooting. At some point, he's gonna learn. You gotta be a point guard. In the playoffs to win, if you take it all away, you gotta be a point guard. You can't just be a scorer. You know what I'm saying? Scorers don't win titles. Point guards win titles.
Well, he's been scoring most of the points.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, and I think he get in that mindset where you got to score. He's the man, and he's a hell of a player. He can't score on anybody. But at some point, like you say, you got to facilitate the ball. You got to get other guys involved. You got to be a decoy sometimes because if they concentrating on him, somebody's open. Josh Hart has been knocking down shots. They've had a good series. So
I give the advantage now to the Knicks because let's face it. I mean, now they're gonna go every other night playing the game. Embiid is already on one leg, so now he's played 46 minutes. Yeah, 46 minutes. Now you got to play again on Friday. Right. If they win that, they got to play again on Sunday. So, yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't know.
I think a healthy Embiid would have been a whole lot different series. Yeah. He has played well on one leg. I give him that. He almost scored 50 points the other day on one leg. But I think that last night it just kind of got to him.
Yeah.
He played a lot of minutes. We don't know exactly how he feels. We don't know exactly how his leg injury is. But it should be a good series.
Yeah.
But they're playing in Philly. And we know what happened last time.
Right.
Knicks fans showed up.
They did.
And you looked like a home game for the Knicks. But I think he called out the Philadelphia fans, But, ticket holder, I'm pretty sure they made money.
Oh, yeah, big
those
time.
tickets,
Big time.
So I can't fault him for that, but still, it's your team playing. You got to support your team, You have to be there for them.
Yeah. So let me ask you about the playoffs overall, man, because now you got. I mean, I can't think of a time when there's been no LeBron, no Steph, no KD. I mean, those guys are not in the playoffs.
Yeah, this is the first. It's changing of the guards, changing of the season. These young guys, they're not afraid of LeBron. They're not afraid of Steph Curry. They're not afraid of any of these guys. They're taking over. It's their time. We saw that happen with Magic, Michael, all those guys. But not we expected this soon.
Well, I think the NBA missed a good opportunity too to feature more the Minnesota Phoenix series.
Right.
The way Anthony Edwards is playing now, he will have the spotlight against Denver. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Them and Denver will be a heavily featured game every night they play. So he's gonna have the spotlight again. But man, that's gonna be a tough series.
My biggest
Minnesota and Denver.
my biggest disappointment was Phoenix.
Yeah, that was
I
bad.
expected a lot better from Phoenix. You got three of the best scorers in the business, in the NBA,
But
and
you
they
got
were
three guys that are not leaders.
right.
You know what I'm saying? No one wants to be the leader of the team or take on the leadership. I remember when they would come to town in Dallas and do the interviews after the game, Devin, Devin Booker and Bradley Beal would always do theirs together. They seemed very cohesive together. Durant would always do his by himself. You know what I mean? So it just seemed like there was always kind of a little bit of disconnect on who's the leader, who's going to carry us where. And I don't think those guys really liked each other. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it
saying?
was like your turn, my turn, your
Yeah.
turn, my turn. But I expected Devin Booker to be the leader of the team. That
Yeah,
was his team.
I don't think he's that
Yeah,
guy though.
but that was his team. All of them came to join him, and you think he would be the leader, but they didn't have a point guard to distribute the ball.
Yeah.
All those guys would bring the ball down and take a shot. You know, your turn, my turn. Kevin Durant played an excellent game, but this day and time, you can't win a game by yourself. No one player. But we see that in the past, but nowadays it's a team game. One player can't win the championship for you. But that was a big disappointment to me. And the Pelicans,
Yeah.
the no-show Pelicans, I expected them to play better. They did.
But no Zion Williamson, so
Yeah, that hurt them.
that hurt them
But
big time.
what I loved seeing was the Lakers almost being swept.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Lakers fan. You know, uh, they've been there so long, so many times. It's good to see them go home early. They did win the in-season game.
Yeah.
I don't know how. You and I talked about that.
Yeah.
I thought they had the easiest road.
Well, again, like I say,
They did. They did.
but
One
you gotta
game.
remember, like guys like LeBron, Steph Curry's in this group, Kevin Durant's in this group, even James Harden and Kawhi Leonard in this group. I'll be honest with you, they're still great players.
Right.
They can win you a game.
Right.
But when it comes down to winning you a series, they're not that impactful like they used to be. You know what I'm saying? They're just not. They can't anymore. They can't win you a series. Now they can win you a game. And the playing tournament was one game. You just had to win one game. It wasn't like you had to win a series. You know what I'm saying?
Series, you get time to make adjustments.
Yeah,
One game,
yeah.
you see your faults and your
Right.
mistakes, and you can correct stuff.
Right.
But one game, like you said, one man can go out and score 40, 50
Yeah,
points in one game.
Right.
But the Lakers are not in the deal.
That was out.
But I like this Minnesota team. These guys are young. They got a great young squad. They got two big twin towers. We hadn't seen twin towers since
Yeah.
Houston had it.
Well, do you like them enough to change pick for the West?
Well, my pick is the Mavericks, of
Okay.
course.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
want the Mavericks.
Well,
to go.
just take the Mac. I'm with you. I'm with you. There. I want to see
Right.
the Mavs go out of the way.
Right.
But take them out of it. Who do you still
I say
should come out the West? So if the Mavs don't come out the West, who comes out the
I
West?
say I like to see Minnesota. Even though Denver, man, Jamal Murray, the way he played, man. I mean, he just snatched the heart out of the Lakers, and he got the MVP.
Yeah.
So
I say Denver, man. Denver's still tough. I think this was the perfect series for Denver to start off the playoffs against a team that beat the Western Conference Finals.
Right.
And then to start off where you really were playing from behind every game. Every game they were outscoring you. You were playing from behind. You had to do it at the very end. That's a good way to kind of turn the switch, kind of jumpstart you in the playoffs. Like, hey man,
we need
to. We need to.
We
You know what I'm saying?
whatever the score is.
Right. That's
But
a
I
good.
don't think
That's a
he can
good
do that
series.
against Minnesota.
Well,
It'd be hard to do against
my
Minnesota.
problem is with Minnesota. They're so young. I don't want to think just because we swept Kevin Durant and the Suns that we can sweep anybody. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna be able to beat them Nuggets in 4 games. I'm sorry.
That's a whole different
You're not gonna
ball
sweep
game.
Denver. You got to go play in that altitude in Denver. You got to play against these are champs. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Jokic is gonna use Rudy Gobert. I don't care how good Rudy Gobert is. He gonna use him.
And everybody on that team know they roll. Even though they lost Bowen and a few other
Yeah,
guys, Jeff Green. They still got a pretty good bench.
yeah. The role players are gonna play better next
Right.
series, I think. So the Reggie Jacksons are gonna play better. Those
No,
guys
he
are gonna
played.
play.
He played pretty good.
They're gonna play a lot better though in that Minnesota series. I guarantee you.
So who you look for in the East?
Man, you know that I was just gonna say that the Porzingis thing kind of bothers me though. Porzingis thing bothers me. The other thing is the Knicks. I was disappointed they lost that game last night. You got a chance to close them out at home and you can't do it. That's a problem for me. You know, so I think
I wasn't disappointed. I was elated.
yeah, but I'm just saying,
Right.
you know, that's a step you need to be taking if you
Right.
want to be a get
But
to the
Max
championship, get
is
to the
that's
finals.
the hard out of him, man. I mean, you got to get a guy credit.
Yeah,
This year, he's the most improved player, and it showed last night.
yeah.
He should be an all star next
I,
year.
I think Boston's still the best team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I think that's still the
but
best
but
team in
they
the East.
but had they won anything, they've been there every year. They've been a disappointment. They get there to the thing, they let down. Which Boston team is going to show up? That's the question. You know,
I'd much rather see them with Porzingis than without.
but that's going to hurt without the Singers. But he has a history of being injured. But he's been out the same thing. He's been watching the same thing. Same thing here. I don't know if his conditioning needs to get better. He needs
He's just injury
some.
prone.
He's
He's just
just
injury prone.
injury prone, and that
Some
doesn't
guys
help.
are just injury
Yeah,
prone.
and that really, and he's been everywhere he's been. But without him, it's going to be a little bit harder.
You think Milwaukee, Indiana got a chance? Any one of those teams got a chance?
If anybody have a chance, I would say it'd be Indiana because they play fast. They have some
I think
shooting.
the biggest threat to Indiana not going any further is the coach.
Well,
It's the coach.
well, we have a history with Rick
It's the
Carlisle.
coach.
Yeah,
That's what's gonna hold Indiana back. It's the coach.
absolutely. But he has adjusted to the new way of
Yeah,
playing.
but
But
I mean,
we know the old
you
way.
got your
I used
butt
to be
whooped last
critical.
night. Y'all got
I
your butt whooped
I
last
used to
night.
be critical of Rick Carlisle because
Yeah,
of some of his substitution, some of his play calling, some of his decisions he made. He made one last night. He did. But they just got their butt whooped. But I never known him to have a team that play fast like they're playing now. But these guys are young. It's the first time been going now. It's gonna take them a while to learn. But for them to make it this far, they did make it to the playing tournament.
yeah,
They did. So we know they have talent.
yeah.
Can this talent turn into a winner?
See,
That's the thing about it. But I like to see Philly and New York and Boston play. That would be a great.
yeah, that'd be good.
Those
Philly and
teams.
Boston would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be a series I watch
Philly
every
and
game
Boston
of.
would be good.
So those two best teams in the East. So
No love for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
well, I like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't think they could beat them.
Can they beat the Mavs?
That would be interesting to see. We Luka gets
Be an easy series for us to cover. Drive up and down
absolutely,
Oklahoma City.
absolutely 35 up and down.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
It'd
yeah.
be an easy one for us, man.
But we must get by the Clippers first.
Yeah, you got to worry about that first.
And they are a talented team. They are an experienced team. Everybody on that team just about has been in a playoff series.
Yeah,
You know, uh, only thing about us is like Hardaway is not healthy. Uh, Kid's not utilizing his bench. I think he had 10 points the other night from the bench.
yeah.
You can't win a series.
Nah, not like that.
You got to have guys come off the bench and
Right.
be energized. But Josh Green plays some. He's an energizer bunny for the team. You can't see much in him. He just come off an injury. But I like to see him insert him in, get him going. You know, so we have to wait and see. But everybody's got to be involved in that.
Man, everybody's got
It's
it's gonna be
for
all.
everybody.
This is a pivotal game. Obviously, I mean, series is tied 2-2, so
We
this is a
need
big game.
4 guys to double pick. At least 4 guys. Kyrie's gonna get in.
Okay,
Lucas gonna get
who
in.
the other two?
Washington,
DJ.
and we need somebody off the bench to contribute at least 15 to 20 points.
Derek Johnson. Derrick
Okay.
Jones, brother.
Well, David Jones is really not a scorer.
Who else could
He's
get double
kind of scrappy.
figures?
Well, he can get double figures.
Josh
If they
Green,
feed him the ball.
Josh
Josh
Green.
Green, if we can get 12 out of Josh Green, I'm
No, we
happy.
get 12, we gonna win the game.
Yeah,
Get
right,
12 out
get
of Josh
12.
Green.
You know, no Hardaway. You know,
So it's good. So the fourth guy is what we need. We need that fourth
we need
guy.
a fourth guy to at least get 10 to 12 points.
Yeah,
Give us a chance. They need to start off fast. They don't
yeah,
need to start off from behind.
yeah,
And if we can be equal with them by halftime, we have a
yeah.
good chance.
Well, I mean, we talk a little basketball. We did have the NFL draft, obviously. Any takeaways, man? Anybody felt like got really better?
I think Philadelphia is going to be the best team in the NFC.
You think so?
Absolutely. Philadelphia has loaded free agency, and even in the draft, they got better. While the Cowboys said idle, you know,
Yeah, but
James East was all in.
remember how loaded they were last year, and they imploded because the coach couldn't get his hands around things.
But
So
that's true. That's true.
they
But
didn't
what
do.
did the Cowboys do? They brought Ezekiel
Cowboys
Elliott back.
imploded too. Yeah,
Yeah, they brought Ezekiel Elliott back. The guy that couldn't get you third and one several times, fourth and one. Would you bring him back to be your main running back? And I don't understand that. Jerry said he was all in. All into what? That's why I
I
want.
mean, I think he's trying to prove Dak isn't worth $50 million. That's what he's trying to
Well,
prove.
but would you risk your whole football
Dak,
team
yeah,
on?
but Dak is. I mean, he's basically risking 1 year. I mean, what's 1 year in the amount of time he's on the team? What's 1 year?
Well,
He's out to prove Dak is not worth
well,
50
I'm gonna
million.
go
That's
out
what
on
he's
a
out to
limb.
prove.
If that doesn't perform this year, he won't finish the season at the quarterback.
No,
Cooper Rush,
if they had,
somebody else will
well,
be in there.
two things would happen. One, if they're having a losing season, he won't finish the season
Right,
as
right.
quarterback. That's number one. Number two, if well, really, that's the only reason I can see. If they're having a losing season,
Oh yeah, one that lead the league
or
in
yes,
interceptions like
yeah,
he
something
did
like that,
2 years ago.
we're gonna see Trey
Right.
Lance. We're gonna see all those guys.
Cooper Rush, somebody in there,
Yeah, we're gonna see him.
But yeah, this is it. But I'm just surprised that the Cowboys did want some free agents. They lost.
I think they were trying to trade him. I think nobody wanted him.
Well,
I think they were trying to trade Dak.
well,
Nobody wanted
right
that
naturally,
price tag. Nobody wanted,
right.
I don't think nobody wanted
Well, Atlanta just gave what's the name?
Kirk Cousins. Yeah,
Yeah, Kirk Cousins had one and they won one playoff
one
game.
playoff game,
But
and
somebody was
and
willing to
towards
pay for it.
Achilles.
Right, and somebody was willing to pay for it. But Atlanta was smart. A lot of people criticized that. They
Yeah,
did
that was a
draft
smart
a
move.
quarterback. A lot of people
Smart
criticized
move.
that. But you can't count on Kirk Cousins to make the whole year. He's almost 40 years old.
They got see people forget they had two quarterbacks really I can think of in my lifetime were worth anything. That was Michael Vick
Right,
and Matt Ryan.
right.
But in between there,
Yeah.
they had a lot of BS. You know what I'm saying?
Matty,
Yes,
Matty, you can make a
yes, I'm
comeback.
saying.
Yeah,
A lot of BS in between there. So that's why I
right.
say I don't blame them for what they did.
Yeah.
They set themselves up to win now and win later. You know what I mean? So I don't see what the problem is. I don't know what people it's talking about $100 million, man. He might not ever see that $100 million. Y'all know how the NFL works.
But
Don't get caught up in the numbers.
there's very few rookies come in and make an impact. But you do need some guys to learn behind some veteran quarterback. Look at Love.
Yeah, right.
He's
Right.
had for a while. So he played. And look what he turned out to be. Stoops and down in Houston was a whole different story.
Yeah.
But every rookie quarterback, and they got a lot of them in the draft, are not going to come in and be as good as the people think they are. Some of them going to have to learn. The NFL is a lot faster than it is got football.
The guys gonna realize too, like your second year as a quarterback is always your toughest year. Because now they got a full year of tape on you. Coordinators are gonna know what you like to do, what you don't like to do. They're gonna know your schemes. They're gonna know how you like to throw the ball. They're gonna game plan against you. So we're gonna see how good CJ Stroud is. We're gonna see how good Jordan Love is. we're gonna see how good Brock Purdy is. You know, because now they got a full season of tape on it, so now we get to really see. You know, because the teams are gonna be throwing it at you, man. I'm telling you right now.
And one example, like you gave was Purdy in his second year, even though they made it to the thing. We
Well,
saw
this was really his first full year.
right,
You know, he didn't play the whole season the year
right.
before.
But you know, he had some learning
Yeah.
games too, and they didn't have such a great year anyway. It was disappointment too.
Well,
But
look at Jalen Hurts' second year.
Jalen Hurts second. That's
That
right.
was bad, you know. So
But
teams
this,
are gonna game plan against you.
but this class quarterbacks, these guys are athletic. I will say that they can run, they can throw, they can pass. They're smart. You know what I mean? They had playoff. They had experience. 3 or 4 years playing quarterback. You know
Right.
what I mean? None of them are one and done. But it'll be interesting this football season, man.
Man,
It's really
I
different.
can't wait.
I don't know what channel we gonna
I don't know
watch
it.
it
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
You know, we talking on Amazon. You
yeah.
know, and
Amazon getting the NBA and NBC.
right, and Prime got football. So I don't know. It's gonna be different. Yeah, well, maybe we get to see more games.
Yeah,
You know, that could be a good
that's
thing.
always a plus.
Maybe they're trying to get rid of the NFL package because it's too expensive.
Yep.
You know, some games I don't want to pay for.
Right.
You know, so this may be we have several different channels we can watch football on, but it's not a bad idea.
Right.
You know, because you're paying for a subscription anyway. You know, they get part of that anyway. So
Right.
it'd be interesting this year to see how it goes. But I'm really this has been the best playoff series in a while that we've seen. You know, nobody's been swept.
Well, yeah, we had some sweeps.
Well, we did. One
We had,
sweep.
when I had more than one. Yeah, we had Oklahoma City swept New Orleans.
Right.
You had
Now everybody won one.
no, Oklahoma City swept New Orleans. Minnesota swept Phoenix.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Um,
Lakers won one.
yeah, Lakers won one.
Everybody else is 2-1 or 2-2
Yeah.
or 3-1 or 3-2.
Yep.
But it could have been a lot worse. But it's been some good playoff games.
Yeah.
I got to say, down to the wire. We've seen some comebacks. We've seen some blowouts. But like I said, the old guards are sitting at home like we are watching the game.
Watching the game
And
on
that's,
vacation.
yeah, on vacation, going to Cabo.
Right.
You know, it's really been interesting. Like I said, I think it's going to be Minnesota and Denver.
Okay.
I'd rather see Denver and the Mavericks.
Well, Minnesota Denver gonna play each other tonight.
It's true. It's true. But either one of those teams are going to come out of the West. And everybody's picking Boston.
Well, obviously, you look at the
Well,
East.
Porzingis hurt now. So,
Yeah, well, I don't know.
and if those threes are not raining,
If
yeah.
Milwaukee can get Dame and Giannis back, they have a
Well,
shot.
I doubt it. I doubt
They have a shot.
I doubt they coming back. But they've been a kind of disappointment this year too. They did.
Well, Giannis, I don't think will be back until maybe the Eastern Conference Finals if they get that far.
Get that far.
That calf strain, the same thing Porzingis has.
I think it's going to be New York and Boston. I really do see. Probably the two best teams.
That'd be good for ratings.
It'd be good for ratings.
Good for ratings. Good for ratings.
So I think the ratings been off the chart anyway this year. Like I said, it's a whole new breed of players. A lot of young people watching the game. You know what I mean? Ant-Man has got a lot more fame. Luka's got a lot, they're showcasing each other. Jalen
Right.
Brunson,
Right.
all these guys are showcasing for the public, and they get a lot of fans. Like I said, the old guys are at home. It's a change. It's a new day in the NBA. And I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So before we go, what's your prediction for tonight?
Mavericks by
In
10.
the series.
Mavericks by 10.
Mavericks by 10? I got the Mavs winning tonight, and I think, and I believe they'll win in 6. I don't think it's gonna go 7. I don't think it's gonna go 7. What you think?
I like to see 6, but these two teams,
I think the sense of urgency.
it's on the
Well,
simple.
yeah, it is, but it should be on the Mavs.
Well,
The Mavs should look at this as, look, man, let's get out of this series.
that's true.
We know who we playing next. We know we playing Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Let's get out of this series so we can get as much rest as we
But you
can.
got to remember this: these guys hadn't been together all year.
That's true too.
They
That's
came
true
together at the All-Star at the trade deadline, so they really just started clicking.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't do it this year, if they keep this team together, I say next year they'll be dangerous.
Oh, that'd be great.
They'll be dangerous.
Great.
But you like I said, they came together in such a short time. We see what we have. We see the talent we have. We know what they can do. Just imagine being together for a whole year. Summer and all that. So it should be interesting. Like I said, they have proven that they are a good team. That they are one of the elite teams in the West. And can they get over that hump tonight?
Yeah, we'll see.
This series. Even if they made it to this series, that's a big accomplishment. But last year they weren't even in the playoffs. They didn't even go to the play-in tournament. And the year before that, they went to the conference finals. So this is a better team than they had 2 years ago. So even if they did make it to this series, I think this year's success because they got rid of some of the old players. They brought some new players. They're a better team.
We'll see, man.
They got a big man in
I know
the
they
middle.
win by 10, but I got them winning.
And Lively, I have a year on this belt. He'll be better. Gavin, we know he's great. So, yeah, we'll see. So,
But we'll check in with y'all after the game tonight, man. Do a little post game wrap up or something. Any final words? So we go.
go, man. Go.
Man, let's go. We'll see y'all soon, man. R Sports Radio.